I stay in bed, I still got the feeling that you're next to me. Stuck in my head when lights go off. You're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke in the mirrors are memories, now the sun's gone down. Like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. Everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our grade, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke in the mirrors are memories, now the sun's gone down. Like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love. I stay in bed, I still got the feeling that you're next to me. Stuck in my head when lights go off. You're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why, this ain't no madness. The smoke in the mirrors are memories, now the sun's gone down. Like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love.
Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and I am here to help you deliver your value through online video. Welcome, everyone, to the Wednesday night live stream. For those of you who may be new to the live stream, we do this every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you are new, welcome. Consider clicking the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can receive alerts on future videos that help you deliver your value. Great to see everybody in here tonight. Hopefully that quality gets a little bit better. Looking a little bit dicey from my end. So guys, let me know how the quality looks to you guys, but hopefully all that pans itself out. I was getting some intermittent network issues when right before the stream, so let me know how that looks. Hopefully it will improve over time if it's not the greatest right now, but hey, we're at the mercy of our service providers. In any event, great to see everybody in the live stream tonight. Like I said, we do this every Wednesday night. Saw some familiar faces. Hopefully we'll get some new people in here as well. Talk a little YouTube, get to some channel reviews, all kinds of good stuff. Decent crowd in here so far. Gonna hop in the chat and say hello. Actually, it was kind of a rushed night a little bit. Had a band concert for my daughter, so we were running around trying to get that done. I got home a little after 8 o'clock. Shoved some food down my face, and then started prepping for the live stream. So you got to do what you got to do. We do our best not to miss the Wednesday nights. So glad to be here with you guys and see all of you familiar faces who show up every Wednesday night. So I'm truly appreciative of you guys, and I think I saw some new faces out there as well. So let's jump in the chat and see what's going on. We have Harley out there, Shadow Speedy, Jesse 34. 55, Rosalie Muir, good to see you as well. Pride Gamer 2K 19, what's going on? Hajani B, Video Zeus out there as well. Kerbal Workshop, Super Rizzo Gamer 44, Sabby BG, closing in on, I believe it was 100,000 subscribers. Congrats to you if I read that correctly. I do believe that is the case. Blevin Robinson, yeah, 18, on way to 100K milestone, hopefully next week. So awesome to Sabby BG, your Indian abroad, for reaching that massive milestone. That's definitely a goal of mine. Start racking up those play buttons. But we'll just keep pushing forward till we get there. Awesome Mark is in the live stream chat as well. V Worldwide, Christian Vlogs and Games. Who else we have? Geeky Heathen out there working in the UK, but has the headphones on to listen in. Awesome. Glad to have you with us, even if it's only the audio. It's some might suggest it's better that way to just listen to my voice and not see the voice or the face made for radio. But in any event, let's see. Video Zeus, we got Brown Status out there as well. Been a while. Good to see you as well. Doug Hewson, moderator extraordinaire. Make sure I don't miss anybody with this squirrely scroll. Let's see, we got Dilly Dally Kids out there as well. Great to see you. Variety Girl 1, Positive Chick, The Fantastic Joe, Tarsha's Beauty Transformations, Artie Franklin out there. And make sure I don't miss anybody. We will do Nines Cat Tudio. Good to see you as well. Giving high paws to everybody out there. We may or may not see, I don't know if you were in the last live stream, but Buddy, our new cat, just decided he was going to go wherever he wanted to. He kept showing up on the shelf behind me in the video. But I was watching the live stream. I usually go to the actual video page, and I'm watching the live stream kind of delayed. So by the time I realized, I would see the cat on the live stream behind me, but by then he had come and gone. So I was always slightly off, slightly behind him in that regard. But I'd see him on screen, I'd turn around and look for him, and he was already on to something new. And he was running around here like a crazy kitty, playing with anything he could get his little paws on. So V Worldwide, how did you get the cartoon look on your web page? Oh, I shared my web page earlier. For those of you who have never been to my web page, it's creatorfundamentals.com. There's actually an artist on Instagram that I found who does those portraits for people. So I actually had him do one for me, and then I incorporated it into my website. So if you haven't checked out creatorfundamentals.com, you can definitely head over there at some point and check that out. There's some resources over there. You can get to my videos as well. If you need some one-on-one work, I do consulting calls, one-on-one Skype calls where we can do Skype or Zoom, where we get to talk face-to-face, go over your specific channel and try to come up with a plan of what you need to do to grow and take your channel to the next level. So you can find all that at creativefundamentals.com. I see JP1970 out there as well. Kib Jiu-Jitsu. I remember that name from last live stream, and I still can't say it right. So New York City Travelers out there as well. Let's see. We did not see that. Says Nines, but one of our friends told us. So awesome. They have a mind of their own for sure. And I think he's about 6 months old. So he is a wild one for sure. Make sure I didn't miss anybody up here. The Journey family out there. Kevin Boston 7. Good to see you as well. Drop shipping is a way of life. Fantastic. I used to, years ago, I actually worked for probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest company involved in drop shipping. And it was a company called Commerce Hub. They're like a drop ship platform for major retailers. So like Sears and Amazon and Shop NBC and QVC and Target, they all used to use this company, Commerce Hub, to actually do drop ship. If you've ever gone to a website like Walmart or something and you find products that are only available on a website, or on their website, they're not available in store, or you'll go to two different retailers, like you go to Target and Walmart, and you'll find the same exact product with the same exact description. A lot of those products are actually sourced through this company in Albany, New York called Commerce Hub, which handles a massive amount of drop ship that allows little mom and pop shops and other manufacturers to do business with all those major retailers, and allow the retailers to carry those products without actually storing them anywhere. So off on a tangent on drop shipping, but that was a really big part of my tech background quite a few years ago when I worked for Commerce Hub. So thank you so much to Nines, Cat Treats for Mansion, and Rascal Buddy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Nines. Let's see here. I want to make sure that the stream boss is updating, and it does seem to be the case. For those of you who may be new to the live stream, in addition to having your super chat comment pinned to the top like you see for Nine's comment and super chat right there, there's a couple different things that we do here, try to get you as much exposure as possible. You see the stream boss, which is in the lower right hand corner. For each $1 of super chat that gets donated, I think it does 20 points of damage to that hit point total, and whoever brings that person down to 0 actually becomes the stream boss, so they get their channel name and their logo displayed down there. And I've also added the actual event log right above that, and as you can see, I'm now showing the last 10 events on the live stream, so you get, your name will be shown there as well when you do a super chat during the live stream. So we always put those super chats to good use, invest pretty much everything that the channel makes back into the channel so we can continue to grow and reach more people and help them deliver their value. All right, here. Let's see where we're at in the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Kevin Boston, if you ever need any future artwork for any reason, I can hook you up with a guy who made my profile picture. He's actually a friend of mine, and he's amazing. Awesome. Great to know, Kevin. And Positive Chick, it's so awesome to be alive right now. Absolutely. All kinds of opportunities in today's world, for sure. All right. Gmal Lali, good to be here. Hello, folks. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Awesome of you to contribute to the channel. And eventually that will update the stream boss, and Gmal Lali will take over as the stream boss for now. Thank you so much, Gmal Lali. I appreciate it. Let's see where we're at now. Make sure I don't miss anybody. And Maddie Renee, are you doing any channel reviews tonight? I will be doing some channel reviews. Typically leave those towards the end of the live stream, but we will be taking a look at those. You know, here's what I'm going to do that's a little bit different. Because what a lot of people tend to do is they show up to the live stream at the very last minute and then they want a channel review. And that's just, you know, it's just not my favorite. So what I'm not going to do the channel reviews until the end of the live stream. But if you want a channel review, let me know now and I'll make my list right now for all you great people who showed up to the live stream right when it started. And then when we get to the time to do the channel reviews, I will select, I will use that list to do the channel review. So if you want a channel review, tag me with the @ symbol and Creative Fundamentals and then the name of your channel. Do it right now in chat, and I will make the list of channels that we're going to do later for the channel review. Here's the kicker. If you want a channel review, I'd like for you to be here when the channel review happens, rather than just asking for a channel review and trying to come back and watch it on the replay. So at that time, I will call your name, and if you are still in the live stream, then I will review your channel. So if you want a channel review, do it right now. Try to give you guys the benefit of actually being here right when the live stream starts, and we'll make our list that way tonight. Okay? All right, here. Let me build a little list with a few of you guys, and stop right there. All right, and figure we can get that part all squared away, and try to keep clicking on the right one. Thank you, Doug. You see Doug's comment for the proper form about how we're doing this here. And we will grab the, let's see, what's this say here? Oh, come on. I'll get you your question, V Worldwide, here in just 1 second. Just going to throw some of these channels up into a list. And also, between now and if anybody does decide that they want to do a to get a channel review after we've made this list, then I will open that up to Super Chat. All right, and channel review, we got that. Doug got that. Kevin Boston, you'd have to do a little bit of research as to whether or not your computer is going to handle OBS. I don't particularly feel that OBS is a resource hog, but I'm certainly not going to be able to tell you whether your particular system will work for it. My best bet, I mean, I wouldn't think that overheating is a problem. I would think it would be more of a performance issue before overheating, but you can always try it out and see what happens there. V Worldwide, the difference between GIMP and Inkscape. The big difference between GIMP and Inkspace is I know what GIMP is, and I have no idea what Inkspace is. So that's the difference for me. GIMP is what I use to do all of my thumbnails. So all the thumbnails that you see on my channel, I did those all in GIMP. But I'm not familiar with Inkspace or Inkscape. That's something I'm going to have to look up. I will also say GIMP is a lot easier to say, apparently, than Inkscape. So that's about the level of what I know is the difference between those guys there. All right, here. All right. Organizing some stuff here. Alrighty. Put that there and put that there. Okay. And we can get all this out of the way. You got that one. We'll get that one. Nice. Okay. All right, cool. So Launchpad Astronomy says GIMP is like Photoshop and Inkscape is like Illustrator. Harley's on his House of Hacks channel. So Harley, are you looking for... I assume you want the channel review on your House of Hacks channel or your other one? I'm guessing since you switched to House of Hacks that that's the one you want me to look at. All right. All right, so we got that out of the way for now. That list is settled. So if anybody happens into the live stream later and they want to get in, we will let them do that with Super Chat. Otherwise, I have the list of channels that we can review later. So, yeah, I want to see something here real quick and see if this... There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Let me guys know. I see it's like I can't speak. Let me know, guys. The event list that I put there just above the stream boss. Can you guys, I don't know if any of you guys are on mobile. Let me know if you can actually read that at that size on mobile. For some reason, it makes the actual dollar amounts really, really small. So I'm not sure how well that shows up on mobile if you're doing it that way. Anybody who tagged properly is on the list, so you don't have to ask. You don't have to verify. I did get everybody who tagged me with their channel name. So yes, Super Rizzo Gamer, I did in fact get you. Let's see what we got here. All right, we'll put that one there. Okay. So Video Zoo says can't read it. Yeah, I don't know why they make the font so small on that one, and I don't think, let me... So for those of you guys who haven't done a live stream yet or you consider doing a live stream, the little bells and whistles that I do on my live streams are all actual little widgets that Streamlabs offers. Streamlabs also does its own version of OBS that I do not currently use for these live streams. I recently played around with it doing live streams on my the channel I created on Twitch. I hesitate to call it my Twitch channel because I've literally done one live stream on it, so not a lot going on there. But I am exploring the different things I can do on that channel. It may just be a channel to unwind and play a little League of Legends or whatever I happen to play out there, but that is something that exists also. Let's see here. Do that and that. If you guys are interested and you are on Twitch, you can follow my channel there. I decided to just leave it at this particular channel as the same name as my YouTube channel. Content will probably be a lot different. I mean, ultimately, I'll always answer questions over there about video creation and how to deliver your value through online video. But I expect the format will be a little bit different. But if you're interested in following along to see what I do over there on Twitch, you can go ahead and follow the Twitch channel. The event list just shows previous Super Chats. So it displays the last 10 Super Chats to the channel. So when your normal Super Chat shows up for a little while at the top of the chat and then disappears, you're going to show up on the list, the event list, until until 10 more people contribute via Super Chat. Let's see. Videos you says can't read it clearly. Is that because it's too small, or is it a resolution thing? Yeah, I don't know why they make the amount so tiny. Tanya McGuire says I can read the list, but not the amounts, and I have a huge old note. Yeah, I honestly don't know why they do that, and I don't think for whatever reason. Let's see. It's called the event list. I don't see that they have. I only see one font size, so it's not like they give you a font size for both. Let's see what happens if I do this. What does that do to it? I don't know if that made it better or not. We'll have to see if that made it any easier to read. But they make that. I think at some point here you're going to see the. Let's see if it did it yet here. If that updated the size at all. Awesome, Mark. Yeah, I do have another. I actually do have another Twitch channel that I created. But let's see. Oh, there we go. Is that better? Let me know if the font on that is better. But of course, that's cutting out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That dropped us down to 8, which I'm okay with. Maybe I can go a little bit bigger because it looks like it's making them both larger. So maybe we'll try that. Let's do that and hit save. And then we might be cooking there. How do you post last but still keep your views? How do you post last but still keep your views up or even increase them like you do, Dan? I don't know what you mean by post last. Let me know what you mean. How do you post last but keep your views up or even increase them like you do? Yeah, let me know what you mean by that, Kevin. Not quite following that. All right, I just made them even. I made those numbers even bigger. We're down to the top 6, but we can make that work so you guys can actually read them, because it doesn't do any good to have 10 of them if you can't read any of them. Mr. Kina, I guess I would just like to say thank you. Your videos are very helpful, and because of this, I'm about to start my own YouTube journey. I appreciate any support from you guys. Thanks. Well, thank you for the thank you. My suggestion on support, your best bet if you want to actually interact with people who have similar interests, who may ultimately support you down the road, not really a good idea to go out and ask for support, because unfortunately what's really happened these days is people go out and they jump in your comments section and they go, hey, let's support each other. What they're really saying is, hey, let's sub for sub, and let's just give each other empty subscribers to make ourselves feel better, like we're actually growing. And the reality is, 2 channels that subscribe to each other does absolutely nothing for you, because neither one of you is probably going to watch the other channel. So best to join Facebook groups like the one that I just put in there, which is the Creator Fundamentals Facebook group. 1,000+ people in there who are all trying to grow their channels. You engage in the community, you interact with other people who are trying to do what you do. Stay away from spamming your links and that sort of stuff, that sort of practice. Actually focus on being part of the community and not what the community can give you in terms of making your channel look like it's growing. Because at the end of the day, if you're just popping in and asking people to support you, or they say, hey, let's support each other, and you join in, it doesn't help your channel. It actually does more to hurt your channel. So just something to keep in mind in that respect. All right. Creative Fundamentals was a typo. I meant to say, how do you post less and still keep your views up or even increase them like you do? Less than what? I currently do at least 1 video a week and a live stream. So I'm doing at least 2 pieces of content a week. For the first 100 videos, I was doing 3 videos a week. So once you've built something, it's a little bit easier to maintain. And it's not doing just quantity, posting videos daily. If you're not improving, if you're not offering value, if you're not giving people a reason to watch. It's a great educational process for you to learn how to improve your videos and get better. So for that reason, you can look at the daily posting of videos as a way to learn quickly. But posting daily is not necessarily going to give you the direct result of growing faster. When you think about it, I mean, think of the people that you watch and how many YouTubers whose content you watch every single day. Like the one YouTuber that I follow that does daily content is Philip DeFranco, and I still don't watch videos every day. And his is news. It would be a little bit easier to watch news every day than somebody who's vlogging or whatever, or, you know, whatever a particular channel is about. So just something to keep in mind. It's not necessarily quantity. There is value to doing quantity in the sense that you're doing a lot of content and you're learning how to edit better. You're learning how to come up with ideas because you're doing so much of it. But it's not necessarily the direct path to growth simply for the quantity. It's a great practice. There's a lot of value in it for you as a creator, but it's not, hey, the more videos I do, the faster I grow. It's, hey, the more videos I make, the more knowledgeable I become, the better I'm equipped to take the knowledge that I've learned while doing daily videos and apply that to understanding how YouTube works and how to engage in an audience and get the most out of each video going forward. Let's see here. Hi, Dan. Looking good with the beard. So I'll tell you what, this thing, it's going to have to come down a little bit when, as soon as November rolls around. And hey, by the way, guys, while somebody's talking about the beard, hang on, let's see. How did I do this? Did I do it like this? No, that's not the right one. No, that's not it either. We will find it, I promise. Come on, slow internet. Let's roll. 3 hours later. There we go. All right, so November is closing or coming to a close. If any of you are interested, this is the whole reason that I've been growing the beard out is for No Shave November, which is an effort to raise money for cancer research. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can definitely follow that link and contribute. The fundraising goal for an individual is $250, and I think I'm at about 50 right now. So if anybody, I also tried to do my own, when I did my own contribution, instead of getting it applied to my channel, I accidentally just sent them a direct donation. So I didn't get to include that in my total as well. But if you'd like to contribute to the cause, you can certainly do that. And help raise money for cancer research. Let's see. All right. But that's why I've been growing this all through November, and quite honestly, it's getting a little tough because for those of you who know or don't know, I have a full-time career during the day, and this gets a little unruly at times. It's much easier to keep neat looking when it's a little bit shorter. So, all right. So one of the things that I did for anybody who's joining the live stream looking for a channel review, I actually created the list of channels that we're going to review from people who popped into the live stream early. Anybody from this point on who's interested in a channel review, I am willing to do those for Super Chat. But so far I have a decent list of about 10 channels or so that we made a little bit earlier. So we will, we're going to do that particular list, but I will allow anybody who wants to do a super chat, to get in the mix for the channel reviews. All right. Grant Shed, are you doing channel reviews tonight or only tomorrow night? I only live stream tonight, so I will be doing them at the end of the live stream, towards the end of the live stream tonight. All right. So we got Gearsy, where do you work? Video Zeus, what is your full-time career? Gearsy, I didn't know you had a job. Yeah, I work for a software company. I am a SQL database analyst. So yeah, I do a full-time job, then I cart the kids around to sporting events, and then I do YouTube. Levin Robinson, I found your advice a couple weeks ago on my channel review. Awesome. Thank you for that. I would also recommend your Facebook community page to everyone here. Thanks. Appreciate it. For those of you who didn't see the link earlier, I'll throw the link in the description as well. And also, if you ever forget anything like what the Facebook group is or what our Discord is or anything like that, you can always go to creatorfundamentals.com. I believe there's actually, I'll show you guys here. Let's see here. Oh, that's generally straight, I guess. All right. So this is my website, creatorfundamentals.com. You can see some recent stuff there. Of course, Tubebuddy links at the bottom. But if you go to the community tab, or not the community tab, but I do have a video on the community tab on YouTube if you guys need to check that out. But the community menu drop down on Creator Fundamentals, you can get to the Facebook community, Discord, and Patreon. When I have talked about tools like the, it starts off with the tools that I actually use for the videos that I make, which is Tubebuddy, which is the sponsor of this channel, which is the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. As always, it's available to download for free. There's a link in the description below, or you can go to trytubebuddy.today and check that out. Morning Fame is another website that I use. It is you get your 30 days for free, so check that out. They have a really cool keyword research tool on top of the analytics that Morning Fame provides. I use that for every single video. In fact, I actually use Morning Fame to do a lot of my research when I'm not at the computer. I actually joked about it the last live stream, but it was true that I actually did keyword research for 2 videos while I was in the shower. Don't judge me. And also, the free watermark image that you can download is also on this particular screen, so you can watch the video about how to add the watermark/subscribe button to your videos if you haven't done that yet, and then you can come here. There's a link in that video as well to come here and actually download the image that you use. And then I also made this template available. This template gives you the dimensions for channel art, so when you do design your channel art, you can make sure that everything shows up on desktop and tablet and mobile devices, so everything is lined up and nothing gets obscured by the type of device that people are using. So in addition to that, you can get to the videos, as I mentioned earlier. I do offer services. If you guys are interested in taking your channel to the next level and you actually want some one-on-one time, some specific help, I do offer the opportunity to sit down with you over Skype or Zoom, look at your particular channel, and come up with a plan that can help you guys actually grow your channels and move forward in a positive direction with proven best practices that can help you get where you're trying to go. And then I believe the news section is actually the old, what the channel used to look like. It was just a vloggy kind of, like a WordPress thing. So all that's still there, still links there as well. I want to get that automated so the videos and things are over there as well. I just haven't done that yet. But there it is. That is the site. There's a lot of information there. And it's, like I said, if you forget any of the groups or anything like that, creatorfundamentals.com is a little bit easier to remember. So, all right. So Maddie Renee, it's normally 90 minutes, but what I'll do for, if I decide to go beyond that, I'll try to touch base on the channel reviews, close to that 90-minute mark. Let's Play RC. Thanks for joining the live stream. How you doing? All right. Kevin Boston, how would you change something as the owner of the website? So depending on how you build your website, if you do something like WordPress has a kind of like behind the scenes interface that you use to do posts and things. My particular website is actually still built on WordPress, but it also has this plugin or system, whatever you want to call their offerings, called Thrive, which lays on top of WordPress and provides some of the additional functionality. Super Rizzo Gamer got a shout out from one of the biggest Star Wars YouTubers ever because of a reaction I did to his fan film, and then his supporters came and subbed and commented. Awesome. Always great when that happens. Keyword research in the shower. That's kind of weird. You're funny. Sometimes if I'm in the middle of something and I'm trying to get ready for work in the morning, I will sometimes finish doing what I'm doing. I like to multitask. What can I say? I do not recommend that if you don't have a waterproof phone, though. Let's see. Unboxing by Bunny Mom. Where can I find info on how to write a script for my YouTube videos? I personally don't use scripts. What I actually prefer, if I do write anything down, is bullet points. So come up with a topic that you want to discuss, organize that into bullet points, and then just talk about each bullet point. I think it comes across much more natural that way. And we're doing video. It's digital. You can do as many takes as needed to get the desired video that you want. That said, don't go crazy, abusing yourself trying to get perfect, because perfect is the enemy of good. We just want to get something that is actually, we want to get that video uploaded. So, but yeah, I've just found that scripting wasn't a good way for me to go. I'm sure if you could literally do a search for how to write a script for a YouTube video, I'm sure somebody's done videos like that. Just because I don't personally do scripts, I don't have any content about writing a script. DC Scrappin' Rooster, OMG, it's Wednesday. It's a Dan day, and I'm late. Hey, what's going on? We're still here. Great to have you. Good that you can come and hang out with us. Thank you, Doug, for that notice. I appreciate it. But yeah, I have this horrible habit of sitting on one of my legs on the chair, which can only last so long. So I'm constantly rotating between sitting on them. I could get up at the end of the night and My leg will be asleep or something. All right. So I want to... Where did it go? We shall try to find it. So for those of you who didn't see the video about the community tab, they've now released the community tab, or are releasing the community tab to anyone who has at least 1,000 subscribers. Prior to that, it was 10,000 subscribers and above, so that's a significant change. So if you're close to 1,000, or you already have 1,000 and you have not yet received the community tab, that is probably something you're going to see soon. I also recently did a video on how to actually use the community tab. So when you do finally get the community tab, if you don't know what it is or how to use it, you can definitely check out that video, and that'll walk you through the process, how you can use it. It offers a lot more additional functionality than the old discussion tab that people had prior to the community tab. So I thought that was cool that they released that to a ton more people. You know, hopefully for some of the other initiatives they have, maybe they'll lower the requirements for those as well. I'd really like the membership to lower a little bit. I think that's still 100,000 subscribers. Philippine Islands Adventure, hello to you as well. And Chris Cockle Vlog, sorry I'm late. How is it going? It is going great this evening. How are you? Jen Adventures TV. Dan, what do you think about the new if this then that feature? So here's the thing. A lot of the videos come out. This is one of my pet peeves about that feature, or the announcement of that feature. Like, I try not to cover, you know, Creator Insider and other channels. They come out and they provide us information about these features way before any of us can actually use them. And from what I saw about the if this then that feature, so if you guys don't know what if the IFTTT is, it stands for if this then that. It's basically a website that integrates with a bunch of other websites that allows you to kind of create recipes that do different things. And one of the things that they announced is the integration of YouTube Super Chat with if this then that. So you can basically do things like take, for every super chat that somebody donates, you can make it go through if this then that, have if this then that connect to your like your Philips Hue lights, which are, you know, Wi-Fi enabled LED lights, and you can make the lights blink in the background and do other things like that, linked to super chat donations in your live stream. Seems like a cool idea. But from what I've seen, it's not actually available to everybody or most people at the moment. So, and if you've seen something above and beyond that original, and I think it was Creator Insider that announced it, definitely let me know, Jen. But that was the only reference I saw about it, and it seemed like it was something that none of us have access to yet, or are gonna have access to for a while. I'm just checking the if this then that website. I just want to see if there's actually a reference there to it, which there might be. Activate little bits when you receive a super chat message. So it is there. Is that just automatically? I don't even know what little bits is, but track your super chat messages in a Google Sheet. I do like that one. Automatically tweet. So for those of you guys who've never seen if this then that, this is basically what it looks like. It has all these little, you know, I don't even know if they still call them recipes, but they used to. But it'd be like, oh, activate this or track your. So this, with this one, if you turn this on, it would integrate Google Forms or Google Docs with your YouTube channel, and it would take every time you got a super chat, it would write that record to a Google Sheet, probably that saves in Google Drive, so it would do that automatically. Track every super chat message you receive in a Google Calendar. That would be interesting as well. So they are here. I just wonder if they're automatically available to everybody. Of course, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of curious if they can prevent it once you have super chat. Is it just wide open? Because I don't see the Philips Hue thing here, for example. But maybe it's hiding somewhere. So if you heard more about it, Jen, definitely let me know. Let's see if you had any additional feedback while I was looking. So Doug says the IFTTT super chat feature has been available for some time. Yeah, but they just recently, from what I saw, that they just recently, I don't know if they expanded it or what it is, because it was honestly one of those things that I wasn't super in tune to because of the way that they were selling it. Here, let me look and see what they actually said. The example that I saw, they were making lights turn on and off with if this and that, and they made it sound like it was a new deal. But it, oh yeah. Let's see here.
It's a platform which enables any two internet connected of how you can use it, ships onto a Google Sheet, or you could trigger and basically creating real world. Yeah, and we've seen viewers like, smart lights.
If this and that could connect to any internet connected device. So think about
using like smart action from you and other people.
So maybe they didn't release anything new. They just simply made a video about it to bring people's aware. Let's see. Want to differentiate, make money, check out this video and leave your comments. So yeah, maybe they were just doing a video about the idea of just incorporating it. Apples for YouTube Super Chat. I don't want to watch their whole video now, but I know they made reference to something to me that sounded like it was new, above and beyond what was already there for if this and that. But I'll take a look at it after the live stream and see whether they added something new or they were just saying, hey, in case you didn't know, if this then that works on Super Chat. Let's see. Start up making bullets. Okay. And Little Bits is an electronics erector set. Okay. Hey, I'll have a reviews. Good to see you, man. You have triggers and actions. I'm looking for. Hey, Doug, do you know if they added new functionality or has the light thing always been available with Super Chats? Because I don't know if I can find it here. Let's hang on one sec here. Yeah, so I think they were just. I'll have to go back and watch that whole thing because I thought it was something that she said that made me think there was something new to it, but it doesn't seem. It seems like it's all pretty well established out there. Kevin, should you watch your own videos? For what purpose? I mean, I always watch my own video right when I upload it. Well, not always, but I mean, I always see pieces of it when I upload it. If you're trying to watch your own videos to give yourself views, no, I wouldn't do that. But I don't think there's any harm in watching your own video if you have a need to do it. It's not like they're going to say, hey, this guy's watching his video, he's trying to cheat. Unless you're doing it out, excessive, then I don't think that would be much of a problem. Yeah, I've used if this then that for a lot of other stuff. I've just never used it with Super Chat. Like you can do, I mean, if this and that's there's a lot of helpful stuff there. Like one of the things that I do is if I get now with like restaurants and stores and things that do emails for receipts instead of actually printing one out, I have an if this then that's set up that anytime my Gmail gets an email that looks like a receipt, it writes the receipt to a spreadsheet on Google Drive. So all kinds of different ways you can use it. So Doug's saying when was VidCon? Was that like June or something? So Doug is saying that the light thing was an example that they provided when they announced it, which he said was around the time of VidCon. So yeah, apparently it could be out there or has been out there since then. I don't think I'm going to rush out to do it, but it is an interesting concept. Oh, Dagdog Dan, what do you think is the best software for video editing if we don't want to use the YouTube video editor? What about the best video editing app for iOS and Android devices? Well, the YouTube video editor is not really intended to replace a full-featured editor. It basically allows you to trim stuff and do minor tweaks. It's not going to allow you to put it together a video like a video editor would. If you're looking for mobile, KineMaster is a good editor, but it does have it is a paid app. Also, Adobe, I think it's called Adobe Premiere Rush, is another one out there, but it is also paid. In terms of a free movie editor on iOS, I would go with iMovie if you're looking for something free. And for Android, if any of you guys in the chat currently edit your videos on Android with a free app, definitely let us know what you're using. But I would say KineMaster or Rush on iOS, and then whatever the suggestions are for Android, because I don't really do a lot on Android. All right. I'm looking at the replay, and I've knocked my hat askew. Kevin Boston says, I use Power Director. Is that an Android editor? Let's Play RC. I think Streamlabs has a light flashing option or something. Nick did a vid on that. They may have integrated something. Rach Williams, hey Dan, tuning in again from Australia. We have quite a collection of people from Australia, so it's great to have you. Definitely see a lot of people. House of Hacks, I think D. Niman has a video about mobile video editors. Yeah, you could definitely see if D covered anything on Android video editors. I'm not sure if he's an Android or an iOS guy, but considering the topic of his channel, there's a good chance he may cover both. Kevin Boston says, yes, Power Director has an Android app, so that's good to know. Unicorn Centaur says, I like watching my own videos. Is that weird? I think it can be helpful to watch your own videos to see how good. Like so when I'm done editing, normally what I do is I drop the video to upload to YouTube. And while it's uploading, I watch a local copy to make sure that I didn't screw something up that I didn't notice when I was editing it. So, and then as long as I don't discover something that was awful, then I just allow it to continue to upload and then go that way. Occasionally I'll watch my videos on the channel, but I certainly wouldn't recommend it for the purpose of trying to get views, nor would I be overly concerned about doing it if you think that they're going to think you're doing something, criminal. All right. Kevin Boston, does OBS have an app? I think the app for OBS is Streamlabs, but I'm not 100% sure. Streamlabs does have an app that you can get on your phone that will allow you to go live. I don't believe that OBS specifically has that type of app. Dog says, I have iMovie, KineMaster, and Rush on my phone. I have those three as well. Yeah, and Doug just mentioned it's called Streamlabs Mobile. It allows you to put a lot of the widgets that Streamlabs does, much in the same way that I've done on this video. How in the world did that? Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. I've been using LumaFusion on iOS, but I believe it comes on Android as well, doesn't it? I have not. Let's see what LumaFusion is. That's one I have not heard of. LumaFusion. Is that an actual video editor? Let's see. LumaFusion Pro Video. Oh, wow. That seems pretty, a pretty intense video editor right there. So this is on iOS. It's $19.99. And it says, LumaFusion is the most powerful multi-track video editor ever created for mobile devices, used by mobile journalists, filmmakers, and professional video producers to tell a compelling story. Check out the interface. Obviously it's sideways, but that's quite the it looks very similar to Premiere Pro. I don't know if it'll let me show this sideways because oh yeah, maybe it will. Check it out. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that seems like a pretty robust editor for mobile, so looks like it has color correction, a collection of text and features, and all kinds of things on there. And it has a 4.8 out of 5 is its rating with like 4,800 reviews. So that seems like a pretty decent video editor. It's not one that I had heard of. Nines, Cattudio Slobs does not work well with Microsoft Edge for some reason. Yeah, there are. I'm curious though if when I first started using OBS, there was, I'm not sure if it was Chrome. It was either Chrome or Firefox that it had an issue. It had an issue displaying when you tried to grab a browser display because of like graphic acceleration or something. There was a setting you had to adjust. So it took me a while when I first started doing this to figure out how to get it to actually show those particular screens. I don't know what the deal is with Streamlabs OBS and Microsoft Edge, but it could be something similar perhaps. So Nines, one of the things that I was looking at with the if this then that website, They have Wi-Fi enabled pet treats and like pet bowls, so you could actually link one of the like the cat dish or treat dispenser to Super Chat. So when you could actually contribute Super Chat to feed the cat a treat. So I think that would be kind of an interesting angle with that whole thing. Stocks Unhinged, thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for coming and hanging out on the stream. Rach Williams, I love LumaFusion. I'm a real beginner, and I've been able to work it out. Freeze frames, voiceover, add in photos with the video. It's awesome. Yeah, it looks like a pretty robust application, so definitely something to look into. I'll have to take a look at that in a little more detail. Let's play RC Amazing. How many things get talked about here that are so over my head? What were we talking about that was... I don't know if it was the if this and that thing, or... Let me know what that was. I'm happy to revisit it. Fantastic Joe lurking here. Have to jump off and finish some. Talk to you later. See you later. Fantastic Joe. Good to see you. Yeah, it would be pretty cool, Nines, to do that. To have your super chat set up to feed the pets. I haven't had anybody invade the live stream yet tonight, but hey, you never know. If they figured out that there were treats being given out in here, then they'd definitely show up. Kevin Boston says it sounds like a good way to get your cat fat if you have a lot of subscribers. Yeah, I think at some point you'd have to monitor it, but it would be neat. It would be a novelty for sure in the beginning. Have a good night. Let's play. All right, you know what? If we should start channel reviews now... Let me know with a yes in chat, and then we will kick off. We'll start taking a look at some channel reviews, seeing what everybody has going. Actually, before we do that, let's see. I want to... Give me just 2 seconds. We need to give away a Tubebuddy license. So the rules for this license, we're going to give it away. Let's see. This license is a 1-year star level license for Tubebuddy. The requirements to win this are you can't currently have a paid subscription to Tubebuddy. So if you're using the free version or you're not currently using Tubebuddy at all, then you're eligible to win this this license that'll get you 1 year at the star level, which will unlock some additional features for you. And in Casa Compati, I'm almost at 16,000. Awesome. Congrats. All right. So let's see here. All right. So for this, for those of you who are not currently using a paid version of Tubebuddy and you want to win this Tubebuddy license, type Tubebuddy in the chat. We'll see how many of you are out there, and then I'm going to give you a way to win it. So if you are interested in the Tubebuddy license, definitely let me know by typing Tubebuddy in the chat. Hello, Ruthies. Yeah, if you have the free version of Tubebuddy, then you're eligible to win this, or if you're not using Tubebuddy at all. If you're using a paid version, then this license wouldn't work for you. All right, definitely got a few of you out there who are good to go. I'm going to make this one really easy. Hey, Whiskey Throttle, we're about to give away a 1-year star level Tubebuddy license. To be eligible, you either need to be using the free version of Tubebuddy or not using Tubebuddy at all. If you're using the paid version, you wouldn't be eligible. And if you do meet those qualifications, type Tubebuddy in the chat, and then I am going to ask a question, and the first person who answers the question correctly is going to win this 1-year license. And then I'll sit here and like count to 15 so the chat can catch up with what's going on. Hey, buddy. All right. Here's your question. The first person to type this answer will win the 1-year star license. The question is, what is the name of my other YouTube channel? Go. And don't answer it if you're not eligible. All right. I'm going to have to be a stickler on the way some of you guys answered this. And I'm just going to show you, just for the sake of showing you about who I choose as the winner. The correct name of my other YouTube channel is The Average Dan. So the winner of the 1-year star license is Kevin Boston. You were real close, Shadow, but not quite. So, Kevin, I will send you the information on that after the stream. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now I've all right, here. Give me just a moment. And let's see here. All right. Alrighty. So, okay. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Think we're all caught up there. Yeah, Kevin did pull off the answer first. You know, every once in a while you watch this and makes you wonder. One of my pet peeves about the live streams is that it's real easy to get off of the live version of it. So like when you hover over your video, if your little live button in the lower left-hand corner isn't actually lit up red, you may actually be watching the live stream on a delay, because oftentimes you'll see people respond to the conversation later in the chat, and that can happen when you're not actually caught up on the live. But Ruthie's, I love the subscribe sign in the background. Yeah, that was actually made by my father. He does woodworking and stuff, and then I added the LED strip around it. So alrighty. We are going to do some channel reviews now, if that's okay with you guys. And make sure I get these in the right order. Okay, make sure everything fits on the screen. You know, I'm sitting here and my daughter texts me. It was funny because when I told you that my father made the subscribe sign in the background, well, when we made these subscribe signs, we both did them. We had I had two different types of stencils for the letters, and I laid all my letters out to paint my sign, and my dad was making that sign, and whatever I did, I knocked the stencils on the ground, and so I had laid them all out to spell subscribe. And then when I had taken I knocked them on the ground. When I picked them back up and put them back on, I managed to transpose the letters. So I actually made a sign that said subscribe instead of subscribe. And after I told the story about my dad making that one, I get a text from my daughter that says subscribe, which makes me wonder if she's watching the stream or she can just hear me through the walls. Oh, goodness. In any event, who knows? She claims she can just hear me through the walls, which is funny because somebody asked me earlier how I managed to do my live streams without interrupting, or without interrupting my kids' sleep. Let's see. Don't know what just happened there. All right. House of Hack says, I'm live and still have some delay. Saw the answer pop up in the stream before the question was asked. Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to affect all of the delays from internet service providers and regions and all that other stuff. All right, here. Well, I doubt very seriously my daughter gets to sleep before the end of these live streams anyway, but okay. Let's pull up a channel. Actually, let me make sure everything looks good, and we'll take a look at a channel. Is that really? I think that is. That. Okay. So, first channel we're going to take a look at is the Journey family. Now, this is a very common thing that we see and that we try to fix when we see it. So your channel art, you got a lot going on your channel art. A lot of it you don't need. So when the assumption that I make anytime somebody requests a channel review is that they're trying to grow their YouTube channels. So that's the approach that I'm going to provide. And if your goal is to grow your YouTube channel, then your channel art, you need to remove the distractions that would potentially move people away from YouTube. In this case, all of the social media links that you have in your channel art, I would completely get rid of those. Also, the subscribe button, don't really love that either. You have genuine opportunities to get people to subscribe to your channel with actual subscribe buttons that work. So rather than putting this button here that doesn't actually do anything, I would take advantage of your subscribe button here. I would get rid of these social media links and I would put a subscribe button here. And you can do that simply by including a link to your YouTube channel and title it subscribe. With the idea that you're trying to keep people focused on YouTube, on your channel, and growing here. The other thing, you have your subscriber count hidden. I'm not really a big fan of hiding your subscriber account because honestly, rarely, if any, bigger channels hide their subscriber account. So I kind of feel like that hiding your subscriber account is an attempt to encourage or an attempt for people not to know that you have a small channel. And the reality is only small channels hide their subscriber accounts. And I just don't think it's necessary. I think you have more advantage, more opportunities to grow by exposing your subscriber account so you can interact with other channels of the same size rather than hiding it. So I would recommend that you unhide your subscriber account, get all these social media links out of your channel art. Also, your channel art is not sized properly to fit. Let me make sure I'm not zoomed here. That could be an issue. I don't want to make the assumption it's possible. Let's see. Are we... No, that's... Let me just double check here. Yeah, your channel art doesn't actually fit on the screen. So it's cut off on the side of the screen here. So it's the Journey Family and Journey Family Vlow. So I would try to get that fixed. Again, I mentioned earlier, if you go to Creator Fundamentals and click in the Tools section, there is a template that you can use to get everything aligned correctly. And I would recommend doing that. Also, I would probably lean towards some closer pictures of you two to actually see your faces a little better, to get that associated with the brand of the channel. And let's take a look at the actual content here. The Journey Family channel, upload, story time, pranks, challenges, food vlogs, cooking at home. All right, so we got a little bit of everything going on here in a family vlog. Welcome to the Journey Family, aka the JFV mother and daughter vlogging channel. We post every Wednesday and Saturday. To make sure to follow us on Instagram. So again, I would try to stay focused on YouTube, on your YouTube channel. So instead of sending people to Instagram, I would try to keep everybody on the YouTube channel, what you're trying to do here. And let's see what we got for playlists. Thanks for liking the video. I appreciate it. Storytime, pranks, challenges, Q&A. All right. And then go back to your home page here. And we'll stop that. Uploads. I'm not sure what is this. Oh, this might, I think. Is this maybe a vertical playlist with only one video in it, maybe? Is that what I'm seeing here? So you got your descriptions on your playlists, which is good. Try to name your playlists in such a way, whenever possible, with actual search terms that people might be able to actually find. Challenges, food vlogs, but you are getting your descriptions, so that's good. It's a little bit harder to rank and search for vlog style content because of the type of videos that tend to happen in vlogs. But whenever possible, try to take advantage of search traffic as well. Thumbnail. Let's look at your videos and see what you got going on for a thumbnail approach. See a little bit of inconsistency here with the way that you're doing them. I would say that so your thumbnails you want to convey or evoke an emotion with your thumbnails to get people interested in your content, and get them to click on the video. First thing, the text that's on your thumbnails way too small to be effective. You also don't need to recreate your title on the thumbnail. So like this, the Journey, if I cut my hand badly prank, you rewrite the text, but there's nothing in your picture that says anything about cutting your hand badly or it being a prank. You'd be more likely to, show a picture of your hand wrapped in a towel or something like that without, getting demonetized or marked by YouTube for showing anything that looked gory. But there's different ways that you can evoke the emotion in the thumbnail to get people to look at the video. This thumbnail doesn't actually give any indication, or the image that you've chosen doesn't really reflect what you're saying the video what the video is about. So, and that's what you want. That's what you want to get. You want to get a reaction where people go, "Oh, I got to watch that. I want to see what happened." Or see her reaction, like you say, Dia cried. So maybe that's what your thumbnail is, but you have, someone smiling in the thumbnail. There's no reference to the hand or crying or anything like that other than the crying, laughing emoticon here. So that's something to consider. Less text. Try to keep text out of the lower right-hand corner because the timestamp obscures it and makes it difficult to read. And you're going to find that timestamps on every video. So if you can come up with a different way to brand your thumbnails that doesn't dip into that lower right-hand corner, that would be a positive as well. Also, when you're considering branding and how to get all this associated, keep in mind, I mean, it's good that you have your faces in the thumbnails and the icon and everything. Also consider the type of font that you use and whether there's consistency across your branding with it. Obviously, you have the Journey family up here with this, whatever font this is. Then you're using something different down here. There's a little bit of a disconnect that these all come from the same channel. So that's something that I would recommend considering, kind of tightening that up as well. Alrighty. Super Rizzo Gamer hit 100 subs. Congratulations. As Doug says, you can get your custom URL now. All right, here. Let's get to the next one. All right, so the next channel is Super Rizzo Gamer 44. My first impression of your channel art is that there's a design here that doesn't actually fit because of the little hints of graphics down here. So I don't know if there's something going on down here similar to what's up here, but it's a little bit distracting because it looks like there's something down there, but you can't actually see it because of the way that that's framed. So that's something to consider. Rizzo Gamer, obviously it is gaming related. It almost looks like your icon says Super Smash Brothers, which is a complete disconnect branding wise from what you got going on up here. Also may be a trademark issue. Look at your about section. Love playing Roblox, Smash, Madden, and more. Love reacting. Congrats on the 100 subs. Phantom Forces comments were rated. Super Smash Brothers, Roblox video. So you're doing general. Overdrive. So one of the things when you're trying to grow your channel is that sometimes you may have videos that don't really relate to the topic that you're covering on your channel. And you may want to consider not actually including those on your channel. So like I see I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect between a gaming channel and then a reaction channel. I think you kind of need to give a little bit more information about what your channel is about in your channel art, because simply your name implies gamer, but then we have a reaction video down here for this Dora the Explorer live action. We have Sunday morning football game, some Madden, and then some reaction videos. So you just want to keep in mind when somebody subscribes to your channel, what are they subscribing for, and do you think that your subsequent videos are in line with the reason that they subscribed? Because if it's not, after a while, they'll either unsubscribe or they'll stop tuning in when notifications come out for your video. So that's definitely something to consider. And your main channel here, uploads, popular uploads. Not a big fan of having the uploads and the popular uploads there. I actually prefer to do my own upload playlist where I include all of my recent videos and sort them by most recent. That way you can add your own description and then get some descriptions in each of your playlists that explain the type of content that you're going to be covering in them as well. All right, jump in the chat for 2 seconds, and then we'll get these things going here. Journey family, thank you very much. We value your opinion. Thanks for coming and hanging out in the stream. Hopefully that was helpful. Let's see. How do I get in the list? Close to the banner text gets cut off on mobile. Another thing to consider. Oh yeah, I didn't even touch on the fact of how wide that channel art was. Definitely going to get cut off on mobile, as Doug points out. Newbie here. What's Super Chat? Super Chat is a way to get your comment in the chat pinned to the top. So you basically contribute a certain amount of money to the live stream, and it highlights your comment in a color. So if you have a question that you want to get asked, that you want to make sure it shows up in the chat, or any other message, provided that it doesn't violate YouTube's terms of service, it'll actually pin that comment to the top of the chat. Based on the dollar amount of the super chat determines how long the comment stays pinned up there. And in addition to that, we also get that information displayed on the actual live chat or the live stream as well. On the right hand side, you'll see the stream boss down the lower right hand corner, currently occupied by Gmail Lolly. Which whoever donates super chat or contributes super chat that brings those hit points or health points down to 0. You can do that for every $1 super chat. It takes 20 points off of that total, and whoever brings it to 0, their channel gets displayed as the stream boss. Plus, we do a running list of the previous super chats and subscribers that you can see right above that on screen as well. So that's what all that is about. All right. All right. Southern Alberta Redneck. I am a super redneck chatter. Good to have you in the stream. And all righty. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do a super chat that needs to be silenced because of the message that was in it, but. All right. So the next channel up is Maddie Renee. Let's see what you're about section. Maddie, welcome to my life. Share videos with you guys. Do shopping, traveling. So one of the things that I usually say in your description is I always love when I'm when I do a channel review and the channel changes during the review. It happens a lot more often than you think. In any event, in the description here, instead of saying, "Hey, I'm Maddie, and love sharing videos," I would try to get to the point of what you're actually going to be covering. Like the shopping, traveling, a ton of other great stuff. I would try to be more concise as soon as possible in terms of what you're doing, and then jump into your backstory. I just think that if you lead with your headline, if people are coming to your description to find out what your channel is about, you want to get that core information to them as quickly as possible. Leg switch. So they know exactly what they're in for, and then if they're interested, they're going to dig deeper and want to see your backstory and stuff like that. So whenever possible, try to get the core of what your channel is about as soon as you can in the description. So I might reword this or flip it around a little bit to do that. See what you got for playlists. A few playlists here. You got hauls, vlogs, free stuff and recipes. Okay. See what you got going on for thumbnails. So the thumbnails have a lot going on. And I'm not really seeing anything that really ties them all together in terms of branding, whether that be your face in the thumbnails. Yeah, I would consider trying to come up with some type of style that actually gets your, either get your face consistently on the thumbnail, or come up with, you know, color scheme and text style that is like super consistent, which identifies a particular thumbnail as being yours. Rather than try to make every thumbnail like completely different, I would try to find some ways that you can make them similar to each other so people can identify them as yours and become familiar with your style and recognize your videos just by the thumbnail. All right. Black Friday haul, popular uploads, subscriptions. Thanks for that. And uploads. So one of the things that I prefer, and again, as you continue to make more videos, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do more of this, but you get your playlist, get at least, you know, 5 videos or so in your playlist, and get your playlists listed on this screen as horizontal single playlists. It's going to show up basically how popular uploads does. I would also try to, if you want to keep subscriptions on your page, you can. You don't really need to do that. I would be more interested in trying to get as much of your content as high on the page as possible. To show people who visit your channel exactly the type of content that you're creating, and give them the opportunity to find something that interests them and click that subscribe button and become a subscriber of your channel who's going to come back and watch future videos. All right. But I would definitely try to come up with some branding. Again, if you're in your videos like you seem to be here, I would try to incorporate yourself into your channel art, and then try to get either your face or some other elements into your thumbnails so people recognize them as being from your channel. All right. And the next one on the old list here is Nine's Cat Studio. 3 Catooges Studio, Junior, Sky, and Nine. Nine's Cat Studio, obviously a channel dedicated to the kitties. And let's see here. Funny and educational videos with Miracle Stray Norwegian Forest Cat 9 and his cat brothers helping stray kitties find human love. High paw is our signature greeting and a reflection of our extreme delight. High paw to your subscription. All right, so uploads. You got your, let's see, how is your, that's going to fit well on mobile. And you know what? I don't know if we, let me just double check here. I'm pretty sure that's going to look decent on mobile as well. Wow. I know what I'm typing, but autocorrect has something much different in mind. And perfect. Well, interesting. So actually on mobile, because your top font or your the 3 Catooges Studio is so close to the top that it's actually not fitting on mobile. Are the bottom? So the bottom ones here. So you're basically the top. Come on now. The top border is somewhere around there, and then the bottom border is cutting into here. So you could actually benefit from resizing this a little bit more and kind of squeezing everything into this area here. Make sure you get everything to fit from there to there. So resize that a little bit and get it to fit so it's not being chopped up by the when people view on mobile, because I would imagine that you have quite a decent amount of people who watch your videos on mobile. So we look at your actual videos, see what you got going on for branding here. I would nines. So like I see like on this one here and up here, you're incorporating the name as a form of branding. I would probably consider looking into finding a consistent way. Contudio Live, nines. A consistent way to get some branding on these thumbnails so people know that they're yours. And on cue, Buddy, come here, crazy, pops in for the cat channel review. So apparently he is going to join in that process. All right. Stay there, crazy. And so yeah, I think that would be the call here. Try to get some actual something consistent in terms of branding on your thumbnail so people can tell that it comes from your channel. All right. And here's crazy. All right then. I don't need these headphones. All right, you're great. Oh my goodness. I'm being assaulted. All right. Next one up here. Can you hear him purring in the microphone? I've lost all control. He's an absolute crazy. Oh, and thanks for sneezing on me, buddy. All right, easy go. All right. All right. Continuing on the list. All right, so the next channel up is Dirty Shoes Adventure. And I know I've seen a bunch of iterations of this one. Let's see. Road trip, fishing trip, camping trip, hiking trip. It's all an adventure. Come join us so we get our shoes dirty. So I know we've had different versions of your channel art, and I feel like we're going in a much more abstract direction rather than a more literal one in terms of providing people with some information about what your channel is about in your channel art. Can't really determine anything based on this channel art. as far as what your channel is about. So there's some opportunity there to do that. Let's take a look at playlists here. I do see we got some playlists. What are we doing on our most recent thumbnails? All right, so on your thumbnails, this text is pretty much impossible to read, and there's way too much of it. I'm also really confused about the topic of these. Doing relaxing music videos on this type of channel. So definitely would be concerned about doing too much text and too small and not a lot of contrast to be able to read what the actual text says. Also, I would try to come up with some type of branding that identifies your videos as yours. And then, so we're doing bike trails, RV tips. I see a bunch of these relaxing music videos. So I'm not sure what. I also probably would not start off a description with a hashtag. I just think that the music videos are going to cause a little bit for anybody that's subscribed to your channel for specific topics like, you know, outdoors, adventure kind of stuff. I'm not sure how well those videos kind of play with that. Again, with the font, you definitely want to make sure that you aren't using. I mean, it really serves no purpose to put text like this on a thumbnail because people just aren't going to be able to read it. Why is my scroll bar freaking? I'm trying to scroll up. It's trying to scroll down. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely try to stay true to the topic that you're covering. And then, you know, get everything in line with, you know, a single message. Focus on a niche. Figure out what your channel's about. You know, write it down if you need to in terms of the type of topic, what the actual scope of your channel is, and then try to keep your content within that scope. All right, so the next channel up is... Let's just jump in here real quick. Nines, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Treats, the Precious Buddy, and of course, Mansion. Thank you for helping us grow continuously, Dan. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. I have horse. I'm on the interweb. Are you guys robots or real people? I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat's a real person. I might be a robot. All right, and Doug confirms he's real. It's good. All right, so trying to get through these because the days. All right, so the next channel is JP1970. Here we go. I feel like I looked at this channel not too long ago. Let's take a look at the About section. Motorcycle vlogs, product reviews, and gun videos. Bikes and guns. All right. I still think there's some opportunity in your channel art to kind of give people a better idea of what your channel is about. I would include some text on there that actually explains what you're going to be doing videos about. I see your face in these videos. I would try to be consistent in including your face in the branding if that is the goal and you're in your videos. I would even go so far as to try to get something in your channel art as well that kind of ties that all in as your branding. Like we have this, and then you have this video, and there's nothing on this channel or this thumbnail that's going to give people a clue that it's from this channel. So that's something that you definitely have to you consider. And then this just looks like a screenshot from your video as opposed to having an actual thumbnail. So that's something 5 motorcycle carry guns, and then having the disclaimer as your thumbnail. You probably have opportunity to do something more engaging there than that. And then definitely need to adjust your channel art or your homepage and get more sections and add playlists to that as you create them. I definitely see some in there. So you need to go into customize your channel, click on the add section button at the bottom, and add as many horizontal single playlists as possible. All right. All right. Next channel up is Launchpad Astronomy with Christian Reddy. So Launchpad Astronomy. I would imagine that the channel is about astronomy, as the name suggests. There's consistency in the branding in terms of the logo up here, the logo here. We go down and we look at the thumbnails, and lo and behold, we have consistent branding on the thumbnails as well. This shows everybody that these thumbnails come from this channel. So we go and we look at the videos. I see that looks like a more recent thing that we're doing. And this along the lines of less is more with the text that you're including on your thumbnails. You know, dead is what dead? Maybe, I don't know. You know, give people a curiosity in your thumbnail, an opportunity for them to want to explore more and see what's going on. I think these thumbnails look good and definitely relate to the design of the channel. And you're giving them the opportunity. So if we click, I don't know, we'll do one of these videos just for the heck of it. And A nice presentation there. This was a live stream. It looks like you got a good good layout. What I wanted to see though, and I don't know if we'll have any. We'll see here. So somebody watches this video. They're interested in the topic that it covers. And then they're like, hey, I want to find other videos that are related. By having the branding consistent with the channel, you can very easily, without even having to read any text, I can scroll down and go, yeah, these two are from this channel. And that's what you want. You want people to be able to easily find your content. If you're making it a hassle for them, if they got to jump through hoops and inspect every single thumbnail that's listed on the screen, then you're going to miss a lot of opportunities to convert viewers into subscribers. And the whole goal here, the reason we talk about best practices is because you're trying to reduce the barrier of gaining somebody's interest in your channel. The harder you make it for them, the less likely you are to grow, and certainly the less likely you are to grow quickly. So everything that we do is revolves around the idea of make it as simple and straightforward and obvious as possible. You want to give them value. You want to intrigue them, engage them so they see your thumbnail and come look at your videos, and then they can find more of your content. When they come to your channel page and they see your thumbnails and your icon and your channel art, they all look like they go together and they don't look like 3 different projects that 3 different people created with no knowledge of each other. It should all look like it goes together. And when you come to a channel like this, and I've seen different iterations of this channel, you can see that it all works together now. You've got the icon here. It's integrated into the channel art, and we're including it on our actual thumbnails. All of that works together to say, hey, this is a channel that's interesting. It's on topic for the type of information that I'm looking for. It's professionally done. Everything looks clean and goes together. And I have a general idea of what I can expect from this channel because of what's presented. So nice job on the channel and getting everything tweaked in like that. It's looking good. All right. What are you doing over there, buddy? Oh my God, it's running around. All right. He comes sprinting over, then he runs back. All right, next channel up. Next channel up is House of Hacks. So House of Hacks, projects, how-tos, and reviews, woodworking, metalworking, electronics, and photography. Basically a project type based here. Let's take a look. So the first thing that I notice about this channel is the difference in font and color scheme from the channel art to the icon. So this hacks down here almost looks like kind of a logo kind of thing, and you look like it almost looks like an illustration of you in the picture. And then we're using a different kind of font up here. Actually, a couple different kinds. And then we go into the About section. Inspire, educate, encourage people. Let's take a look at how you have your playlists organized. And I can see based on, I feel like you're in a little bit of a transition here. Let me look at your most recent videos to see which direction we're heading. All right, so in this case, this up here is the new direction that the channel is heading branding wise, because it's consistent with what's going on in the thumbnails. So we've got the yellow and the blue. You're including your face in the thumbnails as a form of branding. So that works. So basically the only thing that you would have to consider is maybe a way to kind of tie your icon into what you're doing now. So consistency in the thumbnails for sure, using the yellow and the blue, using the consistent font, which is consistent with what's going on in the channel art. How to start a classic car that has been sitting, sequential, turn signals. I'm curious here on why can't, let's see here. What I do want to see. All right, so if you guys notice here, when I do a search, we have a volume here. This is actually keywords anywhere, I think is what the plugin is called. Let me just double check. Yeah, keywords everywhere. It's a plugin that you can do, and it gives for a given search phrase. It'll show you. It doesn't really work all that well on the dark mode just yet on YouTube because it's writing everything with black text. But as you can see, it shows you the volume of a given search term. So that's good. In this case, he's leading with a searchable keyword phrase on a video and then adding some additional intrigue at the end of the keyword phrase to attract people to a given video. I see we changed our blue color there a little bit, and we went to that consistent slash. So yeah, in terms of what you've been doing recently, everything looks consistent. I mean, you may even want to, because you are making it a point to include yourself in the channel art or in the thumbnails, you may even want to explore incorporating your face into the channel art as well. Then on your home page, you got your, I would probably, so one of the things that you need to, that you should consider on your home page is, my first thought on what you're doing here is getting your most, let's see, your highly successful videos or whatever at the top of your page. I would probably lead with something to the effect of your latest videos, just so people don't come to your channel and get the impression that you're not current because you're showing videos that are 2 and 3 years old. So I would probably do some type of latest videos or something like that as your first playlist, and then follow it up with some other playlists that are, you know, some more successful videos and things like that. I would also, from a titling perspective on that playlist, I would change sampling to uppercase, just to be consistent with how you do namings. Like photography tutorials, like I would treat these as titles, and I would actually do them in leading uppercase, but that's just me. Like you did here, tips and techniques, I would try to be as consistent as possible with that. It just looks cleaner that way. All right, and I think that about covers this one. And in a sea of emojis, the Southern Alberta redneck says bye. King Cub TV, hello to you. All right. Next one up here. All right, next channel is Unboxing by Bunny Mom. About channel about getting free products, samples, freebies to try and test out. All right. So the first thing I noticed in your channel art doesn't really give us any indication or seem to have any relation to the type of content that you're making. So I would look into trying to get channel art while my cat destroys the house. Channel art that actually gives people an indication of the type of content that you're making. Also seems to be that you're using screen prints from your videos. I would look into actually making custom thumbnails for your videos. Custom thumbnails tend to do a lot better than others. And I'm trying to figure out what we got going on here because it looks like you are... I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect between these thumbnails that you're using in front of a jack-o'-lantern and all these different titles of videos that you made. We're doing hair ties, pumpkin carving, that makes sense, car trash can, don't even know what that is, cinnamon bark oil, and they're all in front of a what looks like a jack-o'-lantern image. So I would try to make thumbnails that are actually related to the topic. I don't know if you made all these in October or what the situation was there, but I think you have an opportunity here to make thumbnails that are more closely related to the actual products that you are demonstrating. And then you definitely want to get videos into playlists and then get your playlists listed out on your homepage. Western Australia now and then. Not often I manage to see a live feed from the States. Cheers from down under. Great to have you on the live stream. All right. Unboxing says, I use a green screen. So in that case, I would probably... yeah, I mean, I would look for opportunities to do something other than that static image that may be in the background, and I would try to do actual thumbnails instead of just doing the screen prints. But again, all that stuff comes in time. If you need to, like for example, you can get the free version of Tubebuddy, and it has a custom thumbnail maker that you can use built right in. You can do it right in line on YouTube. And my cat is losing his ever-loving mind right now. All right, so Gen Adventures TV. Let me know if you are still in the chat. If you are, I will take a look at your channel. I know you had popped in after I made the list, but I was actually looking at your channel earlier today. So if you are here, I will take a look at your channel. I'll give a little while for the delay to catch up and see where we're at in that regard. All right. All right. You're welcome, unboxings. Or should I say Bunny Mom? All right, so for those of you guys who are in the live stream right now, if you are on Facebook and you haven't joined the Creative Fundamentals Facebook group, I just threw a link in the chat. It's definitely a great place to interact with other YouTubers that are trying to grow their channels like you may be trying to do. So I highly recommend that you head over there and join that group as well. It's also a good place to leave questions and get answers and you know, interact with me if you have something specific that you want to ask. I try to keep tabs on that group as much as possible. So, alrighty. Brett's Garage. Hey, Dan, just wondering if in another video you could show how to use AdWords. I don't know much about it, but apparently you can buy search words. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're looking at AdWords as a way to promote your YouTube channel, I wouldn't recommend anybody who's trying to grow their channel to directly promote their YouTube channel that way. I think you get a much higher quality audience when you grow your channel organically. I haven't done any paid advertisement for this channel. It's all been organic growth, and I think that it's a better way to do things. A lot of times people try to use AdWords as a way to shortcut growth, and it just doesn't play out that way. If you're using AdWords for another reason, if you're trying to advertise a website or something else, you know, there is value in doing that. Basically, it's kind of a bid thing. If you want to show up in search results on Google, for example, you can bid towards certain keyword phrases. And again, there's plenty of videos out there about AdWords that know a lot more about it than I do. I've used it in the past for other stuff back when I did like web design and stuff. But basically the way it works, if you want to, you want your ad to show up when somebody searches for, you know, whatever, Star Wars, and you want your ads related to Star Wars, and you want to get your ad to show up at the top of the list, then you have to commit to paying a certain dollar amount for each search result. And the higher your bid is as compared to other people who bid kind of dictates where you end up showing up. But you can definitely search on YouTube. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff out there on AdWords, depending on what your specific use is. And yeah, if you guys are in the chat right now and you didn't get a chance to have your channel reviewed, I am here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So definitely come back for the next live stream. Get here as early as possible and request a channel review, and hopefully we can get you in the mix for next time. But I usually try to keep these about 90 minutes, and we are now on 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. It has been a great stream as always. Again, join the Facebook group if you have specific questions and you want to grow. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Take care.